What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Mellon, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report for Monday, March 16th, 2015, delivering some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter @The Enter Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just search for The Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio's website, and we'll take you to our page. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Robert Durst seemingly made a major confession in the finale of HBO's documentary The Jinx, The Life and Deaths of Robert Durst, which aired a day after he was arrested in New Orleans over a first-degree murder warrant. The New York Times recently reported that the Los Angeles County DA had reopened its investigation into his role in the death of Susan Berman, a friend of Durst who was killed around Christmas in 2000. Durst has been suspected of killing Berman and his wife, Kathy Durst, who disappeared in 1982. He went on trial for the 2001 murder of neighbor Morris Black, whom Durst admitted to dismember, but he claimed he killed Black in self-defense. Berman was shot dead execution style. Although Durst was a suspect in her murder, the police never had definite evidence placing him in Los Angeles on the day she was killed, and the Times explained. He was also suspected of writing an anonymous note to the Beverly Hills Police Department alerting them to a cadaver at Berman's house, which was postmarked the day California officials believed the murder occurred. Police previously tried to compare Durst's handwriting with the cadaver note and a bullet fired from a gun found in his car with the bullet that killed Berman, but both proved inconclusive. However, in the fifth episode of The Jinx, which aired last week, Berman's stepson called one of the documentary's producers, Mark Smerling, to say he discovered a 1999 letter from Durst to Berman, which the handwriting on the envelope from that letter appears to match the lettering of the cadaver note, and Beverly Hills is misspelled as Beverly, which is Beverley on both notes. Earlier in Sunday night's episodes, a forensic handwriting expert analyzed the two letters using Durst's handwriting from other documents the filmmakers had, and he seemed to confirm that the two notes were written by the same person. In one scene, the handwriting expert is shown comparing how Durst writes his ends and says that certain features of the handwriting are, quote, unique to one person and only one person. In the final moments of The Jinx, director Andrew Jarecki presented him with the evidence of the two letters. Durst admitted to writing the first one, but not the second cadaver note. After the interview ended, Durst asked to use the bathroom. He remained milked, however, and off-camera can be heard talking to himself. He said, "There it is, you're caught. You're right, of course, but you can't imagine. Arrest him," he said, as running water can be heard. "I don't know what's in the house. Oh, I want this. What a disaster." He was right. I was wrong. And the burping. Durst burped multiple times during the interview. "I'm having difficulty with the question. What the hell did I do? Kill them all, of course." The end credits that rolled without any mention of Saturday's arrest. Robert Durst's attorney attempted to explain what his client was thinking during the final moments of HBO's documentary series The Jinx, The Life and Deaths of Robert Durst on Sunday night when he appeared to make an off-camera murder confession. Durst's attorney, Chip Lewis, appeared on a special edition of Fox News Channel's Justice with Judge Jeanine, where he was grilled about the off-camera admission. He said, "Well, it's attempting to be as hopeful for you as possible. I will barely say my overarching thoughts are, I was a bit underwhelmed given the lead up and the build up to this new development." Lewis then went on to say, "You say things under your breath that you probably didn't mean." While Jeanine Pirro said, "Chip, the guy admitted on television he killed 3 people. Lewis replied, "I mean, LA County has got the case. We'll address those facts in the courtroom. But generally speaking, I was underwhelmed, honestly, Judge." He added that Durst will not fight extradition and that he and his client are, quote, eager to get to Los Angeles to find out if there really is any new evidence over than the muttering of a bathroom. Pirro also welcomed a panel of experts in the investigation, including Cody Cazales, the homicide detective who led the murder investigation in Galveston, Texas, who also reacted to the admission. Cazales says, "I would have to say probably shocked that he actually said it. I am not surprised because I've always felt like he was responsible for these 3 deaths, but to hear him actually say it out loud, I was shocked." Kathleen Durst's brother, Jim McCorman added, I wasn't, say, as much shocked as it was finally vindicated for the years and years of pursuing the truth. Bob, you know, I knew him when he was in love with Kathy. I knew him when Kathy was in love with him. How that degrading over time kind of separate drama. But the bottom line is, Bob, it's kind of like the flight or fight syndrome. He will always fight if he knew he had a good bank account behind him. This time around, he knew he had the flight as his only option, and he was trying to get out of this country in a big way when the FBI arrested him, and I was so happy to see that happen. Rap's most famous college dropout will soon have a diploma to hang up in his office. Kanye West Kanye West will receive an honorary degree from the Art Institute of Chicago in an interview with Click. He said in the interview, I was a gifted artist since age 5 and won national competitions and went to art school. I'm actually getting an honorary doctorate on May 5th from the Art Institute of Chicago. West briefly attended the American Academy of Art and Chicago State University before leaving school to pursue music at the age of 20. West releases the College Dropout album in February 2004. After revealing that Michael Chiklis would star in American Horror Story Freak Show at Pally Fest last year, the FX anthology used its annual appearance at the festival to announce the male leads in Season 5's Hotel. Frequent Ryan Murphy collaborators Bomer and Cheyenne Jackson have joined the cast of American Horror Story Hotel. It was revealed Sunday at the closing of the Pally Fest 2015. Star Jessica Lange, who had top-lined each of the first 4 seasons, definitely confirmed that she will not return for Season 5. She said, it was my absolute favorite, she said after crediting her cast and the show's creator. We had a great run. Season 5 of the series from showrunners Murphy and Brad Falchuk will star Lady Gaga and take place at a presumably haunted hotel. While plot details were sacred, as has become expected with all things American Horror Story, Bomer will be the male lead while Jackson will join the ensemble. The casting marks both actors' latest collaboration with Murphy. Bomer, whose USA Network series White Collar ended its run in December, earned an Emmy nomination for his supporting turn in Murphy's HBO TV movie The Normal Heart. Bomer also had an arc on Murphy's Glee, playing Darren Criss' older brother Jackson. Meanwhile, co-starred in Murphy's HBO pilot Open and had an arc on Fox's Glee as a rival coach. Bomer said of his on-screen relationship with Lady Gaga, I can't confirm or deny that there may be a romantic relationship, noting that he was down for any insanity the writers could imagine. For Bomer, the hotel gig marks the Magic Mike star's second visit to American Horror Story following one episode guest role on last season's Freak Show. Jackson, for his part, will make his American Horror Story debut. Jackson, who called American Horror Story his favorite show on TV, said he knew nothing about his character and said he was nervous but ready to jump in. For American Horror Story, Bomer and Jackson become the second and third confirmed cast members for the hotel, joining Lady Gaga, though Covenant and Freak Show alum Kathy Bates is also expected to return to the anthology. For his part, co-star and fan favorite Evan Peters noted he wasn't sure if he'll be returning, but seemed open to come back for another run. Legendary rocker Elton John is furious with the founders of Dolce and Gabbana. On Saturday night, the music legend called for a boycott of the luxury fashion house after its founders, Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana, said they oppose same-sex marriage and gay adoptions in an interview with an Italian magazine. The pair told Panorama in the interview published last week, "You're born to a mother and a father, or at least that's how it should be. I call children of chemistry synthetic children, rented wombs, semen chosen from a catalog." The comments didn't sit well with John, who is married to longtime partner David Furnish. The couple has 2 sons through a surrogate. John wrote in a lengthy statement posted on his Instagram page, "How dare you refer to my beautiful children as synthetic? And shame on you for wagging your judgmental little fingers at IVF, a miracle that has allowed legions of loving people, both straight and gay, to fulfill their dream of having children." Dolce and Gabbana were a couple for 23 years before breaking up in 2005. Despite their sexuality, they had previously spoken out against same-sex marriage. Meanwhile, several stars are joining John in criticizing the designing duo, including Glee creator Ryan Murphy, who tweeted, "These designers' horrifying views are never in fashion." Music sensation Ricky Martin also took issue with the comments in a tweet and accused the designers of spreading hate and telling them to wake up, it's 2015. Courtney Love tweeted, I just round up all my Dolce and Gabbana items and want to burn them. I'm just beyond words. And following the backlash, the designers issued a statement to the Associated Press on Sunday afternoon to clarify their remarks. Gabbana said, it was never our intention to judge other people's choices. We do believe in freedom and love. Dolce added that his comments were based on his experience growing up in a traditional Sicilian family, quote, made up of a mother, a father, and children. I'm very aware of the fact that there are other types of families, and they are as legitimate as the one I've known. Jimmy Choo co-founder Tamara Mellon and Michael Ovitz are engaged. Designer Mellon told the UK Hello magazine that the CAA co-founder and former Walt Disney president asked for her hand in marriage after they'd been together for 4 years. Mellon said, in December he surprised me with a beautiful ring. It wasn't entirely out of the blue because he kept saying, I've got something really important to tell you. He first asked me to move in with him over a year ago. Then I suppose he wanted to show his commitment. She added that the couple are looking to build a home in New York. She said, it's a long-term project. We're going to knock the whole building down and start again. We're really excited to have a project to work together. Ovitz, who's 68, also founded Artist Management Group and is now acts as a private investor and philanthropist. He has 3 grown children with ex-wife Judy Rech, including fashion designer Kimberly Ovitz. Mellon, who's 47, has a daughter, Amarita, with ex-husband Matthew Mellon. She stepped down for her role at Jimmy Choo in November 2011 after the brand was acquired by Labelux and 2 years later launched her own eponymous line. Actor Emile Hirsch made his first appearance in the Park City, Utah court Monday following the alleged January assault of a Paramount Digital Entertainment VP during the Sundance Film Festival. Hirsch appeared before Judge Todd M. Saushiny Monday morning for the procedural initial appearance hearing to face charges of third-degree felony aggravated assault and misdemeanor intoxication, which carried a maximum 5-year jail sentence and a $5,000 fine and a 90-day jail term and a $750 fine, respectively. The actor was formally charged for the January 25th altercation in mid-February. That evening, Park City Police responded to a 911 call at the Tao nightclub where Paramount executive Danielle Bernfeld accused a drunken Hirsch of putting her in a chokehold. Monday's initial appearance was the first in what is expected to be a lengthy legal process for the actor, who is currently spending time in the drug and alcohol rehabilitation program. The next hearing, which Hirsch is not required to attend, is slated for April 13th. The case is currently being prosecuted by Utah Deputy Attorney Ryan Stack. Hirsch appears in court alongside attorneys Neil Kaplan and Shannon Zollinger. Jon Voight is stepping into Israeli politics and blasting President Obama in the process. In a video posted by JustJared.com titled Jon Voight's Message to Israel, the Ray Donovan actor voices support for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who faces defeat in this week's election. Voight says, I love Israel. I want to see Israel survive and not be overtaken by the madmen of this world. Israeli heads to the polls on March 17th, and Netanyahu's right-wing Likud party is facing a serious challenge. Polls show a coalition led by Isaac Herzog leading the Likud party, and Voight believes President Obama is partly blamed. The 76-year-old Republican and Academy Award-winning actor says President Obama doesn't love Israel. His whole agenda is to control Israel. In this way, he can be friends with all of Israeli enemies. He doesn't want Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin or Bibi Netanyahu to win this upcoming election. America has not been the same since his presidency. I beg all of you to understand the truth. Voight has been a vocal critic of the Obama administration in the past, including at the 2012 Republican nomination. Voight warned at the time, rallying his audience by adding, this country has been downgraded for the last 4 years. We have this little window of time to do something about it, to get it back on track. The Midnight Cowboy star and father to globe-trotting humanitarian Angelina Jolie endorsed Republican Mitt Romney, who ended up losing the election. Voight, a legendary Hollywood actor, won a Golden Globe in 2014 for his role as Mickey Donovan in Showtime's series Ray Donovan. He also received a Best Actor Oscar for his role in the 1978 film Coming Home. And finally, Cinderella was the belle of the ball at the box office this weekend as the Disney live-action update of its classic animated fairy tale swept moviegoers off their feet with a $70.1 million debut. That was enough to take the #1 spot from Chappie and steamrolled the weekend's only other wide opener than Liam Neeson thriller Run All Night, which managed a soft $11 million. It also underscored the fact that Disney has yet another thriving film franchise. The studio scored with Angelina Jolie's edgy Magnificent, which debuted to $69 million last year, and topped that with a bright and bouncy Cinderella. Domestically, Frozen's fueled princess power was in effect for Cinderella. The audience was 77% female and 56% under the ages of 25. They got what they came for, including a 7-minute Frozen Fever short before the film began, too, and gave it an A cinema score. That was in line with the critics, who have Cinderella's sterling 97% positive Rotten Tomatoes. Downton Abbey actress Lily James played the maiden Transformed, and Richard Madden her Prince Charming in this version, scripted by Chris Wiltz. Cate Blanchett is the wicked stepmother, and Helena Bonham Carter is the fairy godmother. The disappointing opening for Run All Night suggests that its star Liam Neeson may be losing some of his action star punch. The debut of the Jamie Colette Sierra directed crime saga is under that of Nielsen's A Walk Among the Tombstones, a similar thriller that fizzled in its September opening with $12 million and is less than half the opening of Nielsen's Nonstop, which made $28 million, and Unknown, which made $22 million. Two other action films in which the actor teamed with Colette Sierra. Even January's Taken 3, the last entry in his signature Vengeance franchise, failed to connect like its predecessors and had toppled out with $88 million domestically. Kingsman: The Secret Service was third with $6.2 million. The Colin Firth spy spoof dropped just 28% in its fifth week and has now taken in $107 million domestically for 20th Century Fox and more than $257 million globally. The second best exotic, Margot Hotel, also held well and finished fifth with $5.7 million and was sandwiched between two former #1 movies. The Will Smith caper comedy Focus, which was just ahead of it with $5.8 million for Warner Brothers in its third week, and the Neil Blomkamp directed sci-fi tale Chappie was just behind in sixth place with $5.4 million for Sony Pictures in its second week. Warner Brothers' blockbuster war saga American Sniper fell out of the top 10 for the first time since mid-January. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, March 16, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. Or on Twitter @The Enter Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of the show on iHeartRadio. Just search for The Entertainment Report and it'll take you to our page. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.